young girls out there, especially those in the rural setups, in the slums, in the disadvantaged backgrounds. I want to encourage you that girls have that vision. That girl, believe in your dream. That girl, look ahead and never stop.
Yes.
Never stop.
Yeah.
Because there are many interruptions for the disadvantaged and vulnerable girls.
Yeah.
But when they have that, they build in them that vision that they don't understand, that dream that they cannot understand at that level. That is the way to start.
Yes.
Build it.
Yeah.
Whether you don't understand that dream, just build it.
Build it.
Let me tell you, in the
Yeah.
next 10 years, you will never be the same.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to encourage the girls never to be discouraged with where they're coming from. I want to encourage the young, vulnerable girls that no matter what, believe in that dream.
Yes.
Look up to something and go for it.
As the world advances technologically, it's imperative that we tap into the young talents that are there. But do we have space for the girls and women in tech? Let's find out from Eunice. Hi, Eunice.
Hi, Mikal.
How are you today?
Fine. How are
Baridi
you?
Nairobi nakupeleka aje? I'm fine.
Tuko poa tu, tunajaribu. Yeah.
So yeah, karibu sana. Thank you so much for honoring our call for an interview.
I'm grateful. I'm the one who is honored to be here to Success Africa. Just share my story. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. So before we get into the story, someone who is meeting you for the first time, who is Eunice?
Well, my name is Eunice Owino. My home is in Migori. I'm married in Homa Bay County. And briefly, I can say I am a rights activist. I'm a gender activist, passionate on education issues, passionate on gender and tech issues, especially technology for women. That is who I am.
Yes. So before we talk about your passion, technology for women, what are your guiding principles in life? There are things you abide by that you follow through before you start your day into life.
Yes. I have some guiding principles in my life. Number one, I believe in getting a vision and where you want to be. So having that vision of where you want to be is very key. And each and every day, before I wake up in the morning when my brain is brainstorming on issues,
Yes.
I always meet that guidelines. And beside that, I always put down some guidelines and some to-do list so that I ensure that activities that I have in a day, in a week, in a month are captured prior. I believe in friendship that really add value.
Yes.
And I have quite some friends that I really treasure, both female and male, that I look up to, that I feel we connect, especially in the spaces that we work and in the activities that we do. I believe in information. Information is power, and indeed it is power for a village girl.
Yes.
Those days, born and brought up in the village of Migori, and then exposed through education. And I deeply believe when you have this education and you have information, then you'll be better placed. So I seek for information, I read books, I go online, I look at what interests me, I follow some of the topical issues that are happening currently in Kenya and globally. So I love getting information and I feel enriched when I look for more information.
Great. Immense possibilities in education and information. Let's go back to the tech field that you're in. You have done so much for girls and women. Let's talk specifically about the Center for Women Empowerment. What is it about?
Thank you. That is an organization that we co-founded with a friend of mine, Dr. Judy Makira.
Yes.
We co-founded Center for Women Empowerment in Technology. In short, we call it SWETEC. In the year 2017, we registered it with the board of Kenya, the NGO board in Kenya.
Yes.
And we are authorized to operate in 4 counties. When we came together, the two of us, we felt that we have some connections on issues of education, issues of women, and technology. And that is when Center for Women Empowerment was born. Then we started the programs way back in 2017 with the women of Kabondo, just to empower them on issues of tapping on technology. I'll just give a brief example. With the women in Kabondo, they do table backing. They have a goats project where women rear goats.
Yes.
They also do potato farming and selling. They have huge farms of sweet potatoes. And then we realized our women keep their money in the bank, which was good, and they do that monthly. But they used to carry themselves to a nearby town called Oyugis, which is almost 16 kilometers away from where they are, where they will use a boda, they'll get a matatu. So they'll spend like 1,800 to go and bank. And we trained them on basic mobile banking. So we told them, because you withdraw your money twice in a year to share out, then you will just be depositing through your phones. And that one, we also gave them basic computer skills so that they also type their minutes. And we are in the process of now enlightening them on how to write proposals, on how to now even tap on e-commerce, how they can sell their goods. They need also peanut butter, how they can sell them online. So we are in the process of really enlightening them on that. And beside that, another program that we are running is with the youth.
Yes.
We run in conjunction with partners. We have a program called Ajira Program, SWETEC with Ajira Partnership. We run it in Kabondo, in Homa Bay County, and in Murang'a County. Recently, we are still carrying out a 5-week training with the youths of Murang'a County. And like I mentioned earlier, we work in 4 counties. We work in Migori County, Homa Bay County, Murang'a County, and Nairobi. So in Murang'a County, we have piloted a project with the youth just to enlighten them and to train them on how they can tap and make money online. We see a lot of potential for tapping on technologies, the current technologies. And we are working in the rural setup, because in the rural setup, the information is still very minimal. Many people think that your smartphone, your computer that you have, or a laptop, or a basic phone that you have is only for receiving money, receiving calls, and sending messages. But we are telling, no, look beyond that. Look beyond that. We are also working with a project for girls. Sexual reproductive health rights in Homa Bay and in Murang'a. And in this project, we've seen partners come to support us. Partners like a Hardy Trust, IRA, UNFPA. They came and gave us the dignity packs, which contain the reusable sanitary pads, laces, underwears, notebooks, torch, bag, a comprehensive pack to help and cushion the girls, especially during the COVID. During the COVID pandemic. So in this project of the girls and sexual reproductive health, we teach them on their sexuality, and we call it the way it is. We expose them and we go deeper, we dive deeper with them to really unveil the issues that the girls and the young boys face on the issues of sexuality. Because we know our community, issues of sexuality were not discussed openly.
It's a taboo.
Yes. And we've seen these trainings and exposure and just having a dialogue with the youth on their sexuality is very critical. SWETEC is tapping on that.
Wow.
Yes.
Indeed, immense possibilities for girls and women in the rural areas. And you have stayed intentional on your goal of bridging the gap in technology. How far are you with that?
we are making steps. We are
Yes.
not yet there, but we are making steps to that place. And I know we will get there with the partners, with goodwill people. We will get there. Now, bridging this gap, as women who also love research,
Yeah.
we carried out several research, especially on technology and education.
Yes.
We published in a journal, in an international journal. We published our work,
Yes.
which we carried on EdTech, education and technology in the rural sector.
Yes.
During the COVID-19 pandemic. And we carried it in 3 counties. We carried it in Murang'a, Homa Bay, and Migori counties. And let me tell you, the research was outrightly telling us that there was very little integration of education and technology. We tapped very little on how we can how to use technology in our education. And we looked at the whole component. We even went and looked even how many children access the television, access radio,
Yeah.
mobile learning. No, we looked at the percentages and we published that our findings, our article, our paper. We
And you were
published it.
featured among other great women.
Yes, yes,
Congratulations on
Thank
that, by
you.
the way.
Thank you. So we wanted to highlight this gap so that we bring in partners to help us really penetrate the rural setups in terms of technology. We are in this era, the digital era,
Yes.
the 21st century, where our youths and our children need the 21st century skills.
Yeah.
And that is why SOTEC is coming in to bridge this. So this research actually, it exposed the gaps that were there in terms of technology embracing and technology integration in learning, especially during the COVID pandemic, when we had a long break of 9 months.
Yeah, indeed, this work you're doing, it's great work, by the way. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It has brought so many, it's brought great things your way. You have been something on the Technovation Girls. Yeah, plus other things that you have.
Yes. Yeah, you mentioned about Technovation.
Technovation Girls.
By the way, I'm
Yes.
a judge advisor.
Yes.
For Technovation Girls Champion.
Yeah.
So the Technovation Girls is like a training, a global training to equip young girls with skills to develop apps. So these girls, young girls between 11 years to 18 years, are given opportunity, given mentors, given trainers virtually.
Yeah.
And then they are told to come up with a problem in their society and develop an app for that problem. I was amazed on how girls came out, developed apps, very, very important, beautiful apps that you'll see. This one is going to change the world. What also made me so happy that last year in 2020 competition and this year 2021 competition, Kenya emerged the first country in Africa to emerge among the top 3.
Yeah.
Best apps. Best apps.
Wow, that's big.
Oh yes. Yeah. I was so impressed by the skills, the knowledge on how our young girls, even here in Kenya, are trying to embrace technology.
Yeah.
And
it's beautiful.
Here, and those girls were drawn from within the city. And we want this to go right in the rural setup, in the remotest part of Kenya. We want to feel girls from Samburu can develop this technology.
Yeah.
Girls from Remba Island in Homa Bay can develop these apps. That is now what we are hearing to. We want as many of them to just be technology.
Yeah, it's going to be a very beautiful thing, especially for the people in Mashinani. Like, there are immense possibilities for them as well, because people always think that the possibilities are in the urban centers. Now you're taking it to rural. That's a beautiful thing you're doing. And also, you published a paper. You did a research and you published with us.
Yes.
A great honor for us. Yes. Let's talk about that. And you're going to be on a global platform for that as well. Let's talk about it.
Thank you, Mikal, for that. Yes, I was among the fellows of a program known as Gender Gap
Yeah.
Fellowship, sponsored by Code for Africa. So in the Gender Gap Fellowship, we were trained to look at statistics, then we look at the informations, then we look at the data that is there on issues related to COVID and gender.
Yes.
And then during that process of the fellowship, the fellows were to develop and publish a story.
Yeah.
So my story was on sexual gender-based violence.
Yes.
This is an issue that is deep entrenched in me to champion and really to voice it out, because we have very many cases of sexual gender-based violence.
Yes, especially this time. Yeah.
During the COVID pandemic period.
Yeah.
We have seen statistics on data of young girls, many girls, like the statistic of data of teenage pregnancies for this period of since the onset of COVID, it has tripled. We've seen counties like Homa Bay, our county where I come from, Homa Bay, Narok, and other counties really leading and tripling the statistics
Of gender-based violence.
Of gender-based violence,
And
sexual
sexual
abuse,
yeah.
rape. And
So sad.
And this is what we want to bring out. So this story, I was so touched when Success Africa published it for us.
It's a great honor for us as well.
Thank you so much for publishing that paper. Now, this paper has also been picked to be discussed during a regional IPHU. I'm also in another forum that I'll be facilitating called Regional IPHU, Regional International People's Health University. There is a seminar that is going on for a period of 1 month, where it is a regional seminar, Africa, that is. So I will be presenting our paper that was published so that we keep exposing what is already there on the ground. And we look at how do we now come together as a team, come together as a society to really demonize such issues of rape, such issues of teenage pregnancies, bringing on board perpetrators so that they take responsibility.
Yes, they should.
And so that the government also, they take the law to act on them. So we will be dissecting, we will be looking deep at it, we will be looking at this paper with the many participants that will be involved. So this will be around September when we will be looking at
15th?
Yes.
I feel so honored to sit next to you. You are a great woman, a ball of inspiration. And I know people are getting inspired out there by your works. In this great work you're doing, have you faced any challenges? Because any great thing attracts challenges. What challenges have you faced?
Challenges are there, and I think when you can be positive with those challenges, then you look for solutions, you'll always have a way through them. Now, in the process of our work, especially in Center for Women Empowerment in Technology, we have faced challenges. Now, the main challenges was to just have a way of reaching and farming up our project in our 4 counties.
Yeah.
And these need capacity in terms of resources. So the resources are minimal. Sometimes we go all the way to our pockets, and we are happy with the few partners who come on board to just help us through this. And we will still need, we are still calling for many.
Yes.
That we need to partner together. We need to partner together, especially the like-minded people, the people that we are sharing the same issues that we are trying to combat in society, issues of sexual reproductive health rights, issues of technology, and just training the youth, because we know when we engage our youth, we interrupt some of the vices.
Yeah.
We interrupt a lot of it, especially we've seen it in Muranga. Alcoholism is finishing the youth.
Yes.
And not
Terrible.
only in Muranga,
Yeah.
in most parts of of this
Yeah,
country,
yeah, true.
because the youth are discouraged.
Yeah.
So when we are doing some of these programs, and we know sometimes we just love to now roll them out. For example, they need startups. So that becomes a challenge to us. You have trained them, you've given the capacity, and now where do they start from that training? They need
Yes.
some startup. So if we could just get some partners to also support in even giving the startups for our youth, then I think we will be better placed, and we will see impact of the training that we've been doing, the exposure, the advocacy that we've been doing in our community. And besides that, I'm still calling for for partners to even support in policy making. You know, when you have a guideline, a policy that is really moving your organization forward, that one, I think now it means you are working with clarity moving forward. So the challenges are there. Sometimes we get support, but we need especially the support in terms of now
Yeah.
making the youth and our women self-reliant. We need that startup. Yes.
I really like your approach on these issues, Eunice. And I would like to know what really inspires you to keep doing this work on tech and mentoring the young girls and women.
I'm inspired by several things. I think one thing that really inspires me is my upbringing,
Yeah.
where I came from. I came from a large family of 14 of us, and the parents who were not learned but very hardworking. And then being a firstborn, we had to set a pace.
Yeah.
And when I had set that pace, and I was somewhere, born and brought up in a rural place, worked hard, and went to university direct. The them days,
Yeah.
universities were only 6. Public universities were only 6.
Namely.
Yes.
Namely.
Oh, we had KU, we had Dequat, we had Egerton, we had Maseno, we had Moi, very few.
Yes.
And working hard. And now that inspired me that if I came from a rural setup and I made it through hard work,
Yeah.
through having that vision from the rural setup, I feel that I also need to get out. And that's why I was telling you our work is concentrated in the rural setup. I felt we also just need to give exposure, just little exposure.
Yes.
To the girls, to the young men in the rural setup, and to the women that we work with in the rural setup. So the aspect that I will reach out to these people, that we are reaching out to these people, really keeps me moving. What else inspires me is that I've looked at how women and girls have made it. Some of them have made it in life. And I look at them and I feel they are like my mentors. I have a friend who is called Milka Makato. She mentored me and brought me to the issues of NGOs, issues of NGOs and issues of human rights,
Yeah.
and fighting for the rights of people. And I have global women that I look up to. I have someone like Jensen, the founder of World Pulse.
Yes.
She has exposed thousands of women, and I'm feeling in my small way in Kenya, can't I also inspire a few rural girls
You're doing it.
and women?
You're doing it.
So when I look at such women,
Yeah.
I get inspired. And even in our country, I'm seeing that women are coming up so well, even our politicians and women leaders. And I feel that I get inspired with them as they do their issues of making government policies, country policies. And I also feel in my small way, I can also make an impact with the rural girls, the youth, and the women.
Definitely. And you're doing it in an amazing way, by the way. Congratulations once again to a young girl who is maybe at a place where you were, in a rural home, with a humble background. What word would you tell them? They have aspirations and maybe they're thinking they're looking at the impossibilities. What of advice do you have for them?
Yes. Young girls out there, especially those in the rural setups, in the slums, in the disadvantaged backgrounds, I want to encourage you that girls have that vision. That girl, believe in your dream. That girl, look ahead and never stop.
Yes.
Never stop.
Yeah.
Because there are many interruptions for the disadvantaged and vulnerable girls.
Yeah.
But when they have that, they build in them that vision that they don't understand, that dream that they cannot understand at that level. That is the way to start.
Yes.
Build it.
Yeah.
Whether you don't understand that dream, just build it.
Build it.
Let me tell you, in
Yeah.
the next 10 years, you will never be the same. So I want to encourage the girls never to be discouraged with where they're coming from. I want to encourage the young, vulnerable girls that no matter what, believe in that dream.
Yes.
Look up to something and go for it.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Any future plans you have for girls and women inside? Future plans, like in the 5 to 10 years to come?
Yes.
The next 5 to 10 years.
We still have a huge future plan, and this is related to our NGO, Center for Women Empowerment in Technology. We started it in a small way. It is now 3 years old, and in the next 10 years, right now we've been doing a lot of sensitization. We've been doing a lot of training, giving skills,
Yeah.
and we are now getting a center, both in Muranga and Homa Bay. Actually, we have initiated centers. We envision that these centers will be a one-stop place
Yeah.
to give skills, hands-on skills for the young women and girls and the youth, number one. Two, to bring in and bridge the tech divide. So we are going to integrate our programs with technology because it is this year. We are in the digital era and we just have to embrace tech. And we envision to have a huge impact. We envision to touch over 10,000 and hundreds of lives of young women, girls, and the youth. So we are developing this. We are working. We are in constant communication and looking for partners, looking for supporters of this project, and we are doing collaborations because sometimes we are feeling that you cannot have that impact. You cannot do something alone.
Yes.
But when you bring your resources, your skills together, then you have a huge impact, and all of you celebrate the success of what you brought together. So we are still looking for collaborations, partnerships, and how to really work together as a team. So we are opening up.
Yes.
We are opening up as an NGO
Yeah.
to support many. We are opening up to work with many people.
Thank you so much, Eunice. Thank you for opening the young girls and the women to a world of immense possibilities. There are a lot of immense possibilities in tech, and you have done that, especially in the rural areas. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm also very grateful for having this opportunity to share with the world the little thing that we do from our organization, Center for Women Empowerment in Technology,
Yeah.
and that Success Africa is going to publish us globally for the entire world to share with us, to get feedback.
Yes.
We are honored, and I'm very grateful. And on behalf of Center for Women Empowerment in Technology, thank you so much, Success Africa, and the work that you are doing to bring several small voices in all the corners of Africa. Look at you getting our story from Homa Bay and Muranga County, corners of Africa. Thank you.
Yeah, we are here because of you, people, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Do we have space for women and girls in technology? Yes, as we have heard from Eunice, there are immense possibilities, and you too can tap into these possibilities and do something great with yourself. This is She Leads, brought to you by me, Ablatsa Imbukwa, and a major shout out to Tropical Towers, who have given us this beautiful space at the chat room to do the interview. Thank you so much.